Do you really think Turo cares about your business? In this video, I will break down why staying on Turo is hurting your pockets. We're going to talk about why Turo doesn't care about hosts. We're going to talk about how you need to leverage Turo to start your car rental business. And then I'll show you how to turn it from just a Turo side hustle into a real car rental business. So that's what we do on this channel. I teach people how to go from Turo to a real car rental business. So like the video, it helps with the algorithm, and subscribe to the channel. So let's get right into it. So I'm going to start with the story. There's a guy named Alex Saliba, and shout out to Alex Saliba on Instagram, who rents out cars in the New Jersey, New York, and Pennsylvania area, I believe. Um, he has over 50 cars on Turo, and he made a video about how one of his clients, who paid over $30,000 to Turo for his van. They rented for about, I believe, almost a year. They paid over $30,000 to Turo, and he only made about $13,000. So Turo made more than double what the host made. And here's the caveat to that. Not only does the Toro make over $30,000 from the client, Alex Saliba, the host, Toro showed that the customer only paid $17,000, and he made $13,000 out of the $17,000. So here's how that happens. So what Toro does is that when you list your car on Turo for $100 a day and somebody rents it for a week, Turo shows you that that person rented it for $700, which would be that $100 per day. And then they take up to 40% of that $700. However, on the customer side, they charge them a whole bunch of fees on top of that $100 per day. So what happens is that Turo ends up making double what you made. They show you half of what the customers paid, and then they take up to 40% on top of that. So what you need to understand as a host is that you're leaving a lot of money on the table by staying on Turo, right? And that's the reason why I teach people how to build real car rental businesses. So what you need to do as a host is that you need to understand how to leverage Turo. So Turo isn't all bad. So let's talk about some of the advantages of Turo and how it benefits us and how we leverage that to build a real business. One of the many advantages of Turo is marketing. So Turo makes it easy. All you do is list your cars and people book them. So Turo spends a ton of money on SEO, Google Ads, marketing their platform so that they get a whole bunch of customers who come in and book cars from the host. That's a huge advantage for Turo because as a host, you don't have to spend time or energy marketing. Um, and that's the advantage that Turo provides. Another advantage is insurance. So Turo makes it super easy for the host by providing an insurance plan for them. However, this comes with a caveat. Turo takes up to 40% of your revenue to give you insurance coverage. So what does that look like? For example, if you're a host and you put your Toyota Camry on Turo, you're renting it for 100. Let's assume you're renting it for $100 per day. Somebody rents it for one day, and you are on the 60/40 plan. This means that Turo will take $40 out of the 100, and you get 60 to give you full coverage. However, there's a little caveat to that. What Toro does is that they have to make sure that they stay profitable, and they don't like to pay claims. Like every single insurance company in this world, they don't like paying out claims because more claims means less money in their pockets. So Toro makes it a little bit challenging or a little bit more difficult for you as a host to get your claims filed because they put rules in place in the terms of conditions where you have to take good quality pictures of every area of the car. If you don't have a good picture of the area that's damaged, they deny your claim. So they hold all the power when it comes to claim. So leading into my next topic, which is the disadvantages of staying on Turo. So obviously we're talking about claims. So they make it hard for you to get paid on claims. And as a host, this is a high risk because you have your cars on there. So you have to make sure that you understand the terms of conditions when you're using the platform. That way you don't get denied when it comes to your claims. Another disadvantage of Turo is excessive fees. They charge a whole lot of fees, especially on both sides. They're making a killing on both sides. And don't get me wrong, it's a great business model up until there's time for a claim. However, they'll make double what you make as a host, and then they charge you up to 40% on top of that. So they're making a lot of money on fees. They're making a lot of money off your cars. Turo doesn't own any cars. However, they're making, billions of dollars just by playing middleman. And then the worst part about Turo is the race to the bottom when it comes to pricing. Everybody is competing. All the hosts are competing. And this massively benefits Turo. Don't get it twisted. When all the hosts are competing on that platform, everybody's lowering their price to get bookings, which means that Turo can give the customer the best price because a whole bunch of people are just dropping their prices to get that customer. So it's good for the customer who wants to get cheap car rentals, but for you as a host, you're leaving a whole bunch of money on the table by getting into that race to the bottom with pricing. Now, how do we turn this into a real car rental business? We need to go private because of the advantages and disadvantages I have listed for you. We can turn that into a private car rental business. So let's talk about some of the advantages Turo gives us that we can do on the private side. Starting with marketing. Well, the first thing you need to do is you need to be able to get clients to book your cars. You need to be able to have people know that you do this for a living. So you need to make noise, whether it's in your city, in your state, whatever way you can make noise. And there are free resources to do this. You have Facebook Marketplace. You can put your cars on Facebook Marketplace for free, just list it there for rent, and you have a whole bunch of leads, especially in the economy car game. We're in a high demand business. You're going to get a whole bunch of leads, a whole bunch of people that are interested and want to rent out your vehicle to go make money. So we use Facebook Marketplace. Boom. Now you use Instagram. You can use Instagram as a form of making reels to get more visibility to your business. You can make a whole bunch of reels. You can use TikTok to make TikToks um, and make a whole bunch of noise on the internet, and you will get leads by doing this. I've done this. I've built Instagram pages from scratch, and on top of that, you need to let people know what you do. So you can create flyers. You can put car magnets on your cars. That way you attract as many customers as possible. You can go to hotels, hand out business cards and flyers at hotels, gas stations, whatever you need to do. Bus stations is also another good one. You need to do to get your name out there. Boom, insurance. Now the insurance game, we have to layer our insurance policies for maximum protection when it comes to the private side. So you need a base insurance for compliance. You can use personal or commercial insurance. When you have that initial insurance, you don't want to file any claims on that. You don't want to file any claims on your personal or commercial insurance. Boom. Now, if somebody comes to you to rent a car, they have to have a full coverage insurance, or you go on sites like Rental Cover and Bonza, and you can purchase collision damage waiver for them. That way, they can use your cars. They can rent out your cars, and they're protected under the collision damage waivers. So very important. And collision damage waiver, you pay $15 to $30 per day, and your cars are protected. In the case of any accident, you can file a claim directly with Rental Cover or Bonza, and they will pay out on your claim. It's very, very, very straightforward. Now, on the private side, we can also leverage Turo to pick up some Turo clients. So in your reviews, in your list, in your car description, in your listings, you can put, because people read reviews before they book the cars, you can put something along the lines of, hey, if you're looking to avoid Turo fees, call me directly. You can put that after every single review. You reply, thanks for booking with us. In the future, if you are looking to book a car, please contact us and then put your phone number. Do that. You do that, people will reach out to you. Turo customers will reach out to you, and then you can switch them over from Turo to the private side. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. We drop videos every single day. We go live every Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern time. Let's go.